Season tickets are on sale for the 2025-2026 in-print Margaret Root Brown reading series, which offers one-of-a-kind opportunities to see the world's most fascinating authors, including the brilliant Salman Rushdie and Life of Pi author Jan Martel, across 10 nights in the Houston Theater District. Subscriptions include the best seats in the house, free parking, signed books, and other perks. For more information and to buy season tickets, visit inprint.org. That's inprint.org. Y'all, Main Street is popping right now in downtown Houston. The stage is getting set for the World Cup, and there are big, bold improvements being made, especially on Main Street. The sidewalks are getting more shade and more space and more of what you love. So during this time, let's go support our Houston-owned small businesses on Main Street. From morning coffee runs and happy hour hangouts to late night vibes, these local gems are powering through construction to keep the city buzzing. So grab your crew and meet me on Main Street because an exciting transformation is underway and we are rallying to support our downtown businesses. Today on CityCast Houston, picking the 5 best tacos in H-Town is an almost impossible task because we have so many classic taco trucks and new joints popping up all the time. But I know just the person to do it. Cron.com's taco columnist Marco Torres is giving us his top 5 tacos in the city. It's Wednesday, September 3rd. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Marco, what's up, man? Welcome back into the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for the invite.
Man, before we get your outstanding list of your favorite tacos right now, I have a pet peeve that I want to talk about. And this is more than a pet peeve.
Yeah.
When I think of a good classic H-Town taco, they're like $1 or $1.50 maybe, right? And that's just not the case anymore right now. Like you're looking at $3+ for a taco and it's frustrating, right? Like obviously for me, I'm very cheap. So I want a cheap eat. But like what a taco is, it's supposed to be an affordable, cheap dining option for people on the go. It's just not the case. Like how is this impacting the community right now?
I mean, money is tight right now. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the world. The days of $1 taco, $1.50 taco are almost non-existent. The good news is there's room for all of us. We can have like a $2 taco, a $2.50 taco, or you can have like a fine dining taco.
Mhm.
But, the good thing is sometimes with these chefs, they're doing elevated tacos, but they're doing it at a price point that's still affordable, but it's with good, organic, local ingredients. So there's room for everybody.
It's such a versatile food. You can go high end, you can go everyday eats. That's why we love tacos. And we are going to get the 5 best tacos from you.
I do have a disclaimer. These are my top 5 favorite tacos right now in Houston.
Okay.
As far as saying the best tacos in Houston, that's always going to change. My list is going to change from day to day, from month to month. But right now, these are my favorite tacos.
Totally fair. Yeah, because there's new joints popping up and classic joints are redoing things or experimenting with new styles. So I totally get it. So right now, your 5 best. Let's go with number 5.
Right now, my top 5, at number 5, it's taco adjacent, but it's called the Tuck Carnitas Huarache. So if you ever had carnitas, it's usually fried pork. And at Maximo in West University, Chef Adrian over there is doing duck carnitas, which in itself is delicious. But he's putting it on top of huarache, which is masa that they make in-house, blue masa actually, and they make it into like an oblong disc, a little bit thicker than a traditional tortilla, but it's still, in a tortilla family. And then they put the duck carnitas on top of it. They top it with little pieces of chicharron and some veggies, and it is one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth.
Oh, wow. Can you taste the duck? Because to me, I don't know why. Like, I just never liked it. I gave it a good, honest try, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like too gamey, too lakey almost, right? Like, that to me, I just can't do it. So do you get those tastes or no?
I think that's the beauty of what Chef Adrian is doing over there. He's taking the traditional style of making carnitas and just elevating a little bit by using duck. So it doesn't taste like the duck that you get at like Chinese restaurants or other restaurants like on Bel Air. It tastes like an elevated carnitas taco. So
Wow.
that's pretty delicious.
Man, that sounds fantastic. You've been raving about this taco for a while now, so I'm excited that this is on the list for sure. And it looks really good. Like
Yeah.
it's one of those beautiful tacos.
And the blue masa that they use there is just, it tastes different than your normal store bought
Hmm.
corn tortilla that might be a little bit more processed. They're making this by hand. They're putting on the grill and making sure it's cooked the traditional way. And when they serve it to you, it's almost like heaven in your mouth.
Okay, this is starting off on a very high note. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you're going to keep following that one up, but let's go with number 4.
All right. Number 4 is the Taco Árabe at a place on Shepherd, just north of Memorial. The place is called Tío Trompo Taqueria. They opened a couple years ago. It's a family run restaurant. They do a big trompo, like a traditional trompo, which is usually pork stacked up on each other on a rotating spit. It comes from the tradition of shawarma and doner kebab from the Middle East,
Yeah.
Turkey, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq. And then that was brought over to Mexico. Well, these individuals at Tío Trompo, they're
Hmm.
from Veracruz, which is adjacent to the Estado de Mexico. And what they do is 3/4 of the trompo is your traditional style trompo, which is pork, and it's marinated in this red achiote based with all these spices. The top portion of it, they call it trompo oriental, which is oriental refers to the origin of the meat. It's still pork, but it's marinated and spiced with spices that are non-traditional to Mexico. It's more
Okay.
traditional to, like I said, Syria, Lebanon, Turkey. So it's pretty cool because the trompo is big. The top portion is different, and then they serve it on this pan árabe, which is almost like a thick flour tortilla, and then they put that trompo on top of it, and you're basically eating like a hybrid taco, burrito, pita, gyro kind of thing.
I was going to ask you because if it's such an inspiration from those doner kebabs and shawarma, then you got more of a thicker bread, right?
Oh
Because
yeah,
you're kind of replicating a pita, so they're doing that as well.
yes, they are, and I mean, you bite into it, you get that texture of the bread, you get the
Mm.
spices from the meat, and then you put the salsa on it. I like the green salsa, but the red one is good too, and that's a really great, amazing place.
Man, that sounds fantastic. Speaking of your taco preferences, you said you want to go green salsa on this one. In general, how are you dressing up your taco?
If they have really good salsa, whether it's green or red, usually I do a little bit of both.
Yeah,
But see, salsa is also another thing where there's a full rainbow of colors and rainbow of flavors. Sometimes there's more of an orangey salsa.
a little habanero.
There's a red
Yeah.
salsa. Yeah, I don't really go for the habanero too much, but sometimes there's like a salsa macha or chile de árbol. So I mean, it could go a range of colors, a range of spice levels or heatness levels. So it just depends on what you're feeling that day and how adventurous you want to be. My go-to is usually a little bit of green and a little bit of red and a lot of flavor. So
Man, I like that. You got to have the onions, cilantro, lime as your base for sure. And then I'm with you, but I always do the same one at every location that I go to, or every truck, or every restaurant, because I want to get the same flavor profile and judge it on that. I go Christmas, right? So green and red, and then
right,
I'll do a small line of the orange if they have it. Like I have to have some of that habanero
yeah.
kick. And then from there, it's like everyone's on the same playing field, right? And you get a really good look at who's doing what, because to me salsa is just as important as the taco and the meat.
Oh, I always say there's a holy trinity. There's a tortilla,
Hmm.
there's a filling, whether it's protein or veggies or a mix of both, and you got the salsa.
Mm.
If you have all three of them are great, then that's good. If one of them might be lacking, then the other two have to be elevated. You could do like a store bought tortilla with some amazing filling and some amazing salsa and still be okay. So
But then you probably won't make the top 5 list
probably
for
not.
Marco.
Probably not.
Probably not
I
if you're
mean,
going store bought tortilla.
there is one of my favorites in town, which is
Okay.
Taconazo. They're not store bought; they get it from producer, but it comes in a package. But
Okay.
I mean, their fillings are so good and their salsas are so good. So I've been eating that since I was 12 years old, and I'm never gonna. That's always gonna be the spot that I take out of towners to go eat tacos. Is Taconazo.
So that's just your all-time like classic. We're just going there. It's not on the
Exactly,
list right now, but this is just a little special mention.
exactly. Taconazo on Fulton.
Okay. I like it. We're throwing one out, just for good measure right there. Let's stay on the list. Number 3, what do you got?
So number 3, I mean, there's so many great breakfast tacos in Houston. You have Brothers Taco House, you have Laredo Taqueria in Washington. Even some good gas station tacos. for breakfast when you're on your way to work or whatever. But the best breakfast taco that I like right now is at Cochinita and Co. It's on
Yeah.
Lawndale in the east side. It's a bacon and egg breakfast taco. What I like about them is that they make everything to order. So when you ask for a taco, they crack the egg, they fluff it up, they do the bacon, they put the cheese and the aguacate. Everything is made fresh, and you get that. It may take a little bit longer than your traditional tacos that you get anywhere else, but it is so worth it. Once you get it, it's a big taco. It's almost like two tacos in one. The tortillas are nice and fluffy. The eggs are nice and fluffy. The bacon is generous. You don't just get like little pieces of bacon. You get a big strip of bacon, and then they almost put like a whole half of an avocado on top.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, it's definitely worth it. Also, one of these tacos that it might be a little bit more elevated in price, but you can see why. You can
Yeah.
see the freshness and the love. Chef Victoria's over there. Her mother's over there making tacos. So it's one of my top breakfast tacos, and their whole menu is actually pretty excellent.
That's been on my list for a while. I still haven't had a chance to go there, so I need to knock it out because I've heard it is fantastic. Like from top to bottom, their menu, their
Yeah.
drinks are
Oh
outstanding,
yeah.
and it's one of the more decorated places right now in the city of Houston.
Oh yeah. Amazing spot.
This show is brought to you by Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. With Wise, you can send, spend, and receive up to 40 currencies with only a few simple taps and save up to 55% compared to major banks. Plus, Wise won't add hidden fees to your transfer. Whether you're buying souvenirs with pesos in Puerto Vallarta or sending euros to tip your Coliseum tour guide, you know you're getting a fair exchange rate with no extra markups. That's what makes Wise the fast, affordable way to use your money around the globe. Wise also offers 24/7 live support, and they run over 7 million daily checks to catch and prevent fraud, so you know your money is where it's supposed to be. Be smart. Join the 15 million customers who choose Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. Terms and conditions apply. Okay, we are down to our top two, Marco. What do you have at number two?
So number two is a OG that has been there for a long time. I think since the 70s. It's called Gerardo's Barbacoa. It's also in the north side. It's off of Patton, and their barbacoa tacos. You know, I DJ sometimes in the north side, and I'm out late, and I get home, and I wake up, and all I want is a good piece of barbacoa with some salsa and some menudo on the side. And my go-to is going to Gerardo's Barbacoa. They another place where they get their tortillas are not handmade, but their barbacoa is just so good.
Okay.
They make it the traditional way with the big cow head. So you get a little bit of cachete, which is the cheek, a little bit of lengua, which is the tongue, and a little bit of every other piece of meat in the head, cabeza.
Yeah.
You can either ask for just the cheek or you can get a mix of everything. And the way that I like doing it is I like getting like a pound of it, and they give you the tortillas on the side and just make
Yeah.
your own tacos from there.
That's one of the great things about barbacoa in the city of Houston is that it's usually like a weekend special at
Yeah.
most of the places that I've gone to. So you got to order it by the pound. You don't get it in a traditional taco. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Like some places might do it,
Yeah, there's a lot of places that do.
but for the most part, you got to order it by the pound. And then you just, you're taking the barbacoa. It's like in a stew almost. And then
Yeah.
you're just, throwing it on the taco, making your own taco as you go.
Put a little bit of lime on there, put the salsa on there, and
Mm-hmm.
you consume it that way. And it's just, you just want to keep going over and over.
Oh, man. Do you finish the whole pound in one sitting or do you spread it out throughout the week?
I try not to. But I might eat another barbacoa taco for dinner.
Yeah.
Share with my girlfriend a couple tacos,
Yeah, it's hard to finish the whole thing. So I'll take it out
Yeah.
for a couple more days, right? Like I'm throwing some tortilla chips, I'm pouring barbacoa on top, going tacos again, sandwiches. You can do so much with it.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like when you go to a barbecue place. Sometimes there's so much food. I'll take some brisket home and make some brisket and egg
Mhm.
tacos the next morning. So that's the good thing about tacos. You can make them any day of the week,
Yeah.
any time of the day.
Okay, Marco, you've given us a duck taco, right? Duck carnitas. I mean, you started strong. You've got a fantastic pick
Yeah.
with the taco arabe at Tio Trumpo Taqueria.
Yeah.
We've had a traditional breakfast taco as well. We've got barbacoa covered. What are you going to do at number one? What is your favorite taco right now that we have to try in H-Town?
There was a lot of tacos in the running for this, number one spot, but this particular item has been recognized as one of the best with some
Mm.
wins at taco festivals and other events around the city and around the state. So I'm going with the tableside trompo at Jalisco, which is in the Woodlands. We had a
Ooh.
big trompo at Tio Trompo Taqueria. Jalisco, they bring out to your table a smaller trompo, almost like a personal sized mini trompo. And then what they do is they light it up, put a little bit of oil on there, and then they light it on fire in front of you. And then they have it finishing off cooking as they rotate it. And then they give you the tortillas and they shaved off the meat at your table. And then there you go. That's your meal. It's one of those things where like it's also like dinner and a show.
Wow. So this is like tableside guacamole taken to the next level, and they bring the entire slab of meat rotating. They put on a show, and it lives up to the taste as well. Like it's not just a show. This is a good taco.
Oh yeah, Chef Betty over there, Chef Beatriz. They're from Jalisco, which is the name of the place. This is Jalisco with an X at the front. Traditionally, the state in Mexico is it's with a J, but they decided to go
Mm,
this route with the X in front of the Jalisco. And their tableside trompo is delicious. I've had probably most of the menu at that
yeah.
restaurant, and they have mariachis, they have people playing guitar sometimes, but it's more the elevated kind of nice place. I took my girlfriend there for her birthday around Mother's Day, and there was just families and people
Oh,
sitting at the
cool.
bar, people having tequila and mezcal, and just enjoying being around family and being around friends and eating amazing Mexican food.
Man, number one favorite taco right now. Now, with the trompo, this is pork only, or do they have different options?
So this is pork only. They're very, very traditional. It's the reddish orange marinade that's traditional
Mm,
to trompo. They do give you the freshly made masa tortillas, and then they give you all the fixings, the cilantro, the cebolla, and I think they have like three or four different salsas. So you
wow.
really could go to town and just have a good time over there.
Man, that sounds fantastic. And, one of the best things about this list is that this is your current favorite. Okay. So this is going to be changing all the time. So, with that in mind, I know this was hard to narrow it down. And because you are my friend, I'm going to give you the space now to give me one more honorable mention
Yeah.
that didn't make the list, but maybe should have been on it.
you know, I've been working in this taco world for a long time. I've seen, everything from, like you said, the Dollar Street tacos, or even cheaper than that in Mexico, to your
Ooh,
fine dining with caviar and with, bone marrow and all kinds of stuff. I've seen the whole spectrum. So it takes a lot for me to be amazed by something. And when I tell you, I was invited to a taco omakase at this place called Late August inside of the Ion.
what?
It's one of Chef Chris Williams from Lucille's, one of his concepts. And the chef there is Sergio Hidalgo. They did a taco omakase that they're adding to, I think, either a brunch menu or like a special dinner reservation menu. But when I tell you, I had about six or seven tacos, and each taco was a work of art. Number one, just the plating and the ingredients and the attention to detail. But then when you pick it up and put it in your mouth, it was like a ratatouille moment every single time, where you just take a bite and you're just amazed. It's like fireworks just bursting in your
What?
cerebellum, and you're just like, wow, how can I do this every day? And how can this experience never come to an end? So yeah, Taco Omakase at Late August. If you ever see them offering this, I know they did something for Houston Restaurant Weeks that just closed, and I was able to go out there and eat some other things on their menu. But it's a Mexican and a Southern cooking concept. Chef Chris Williams went to Oaxaca, and there's a history of Afro Mexicans in Oaxaca. So he was inspired by seeing that story, and he brought that over and opened up Late August in the Ion.
Ooh.
And then he got Chef Hidalgo. So then when they got together, they are just producing some of the most creative, delicious tacos in the city right now.
Let me just tell y'all how wild this is. So, if you don't know what an omakase menu is, that's like a traditional Japanese menu where the chef basically decides what he or she will be serving the guest that day, right? Based on what's available, seasonal produce, the catch of the day. And it's more of a fresh seafood themed menu, right? So this changes all the time. So to do it with tacos is
Yeah.
absolutely wild. And I know, like, Marco, you described one or two of those tacos, but it's hard to say what you're going to get because, again, it's up to the chef that day.
Yeah, I know he did like an oxtail birria. They did like a short rib taco. I know he did like a traditional
Ooh,
battered fish taco. So there was just so many different flavors going on from taco to taco, and then they pair it. They have an amazing sommelier over there, so they pair it with the fresh wines from Mexico and from other parts of the world, and also with some tequilas and mezcals. So not only you're getting the tacos, you're getting the flavors of the wines and the flavors of the mezcal, the flavors of the tequila to associate with your tacos. So, like I said, if you ever have a chance, late August, their menu is so unique and so inspirational. I highly recommend it.
absolutely a great recommendation. And by the way, we reached out to Late August and they now offer a tasting menu that features tacos and more. So things get even better with Late August. By the way, I'm linking all of the places that we talked about in our show notes. So now you have something to do for the rest of the year, or maybe you want to knock it out in one weekend. Okay, so check these out and go try out all these places recommended by Marco Torres. Man, that was fantastic. You are the best. Thank you for giving us your favorite tacos right now.
Hey, thank you. It's a hard job, but somebody has to do it.
Make sure you follow all of Marco's taco adventures on Instagram at Marco from Houston. Now, I know this conversation has made you hungry like me, so share this episode with 3 of your friends who love tacos so y'all can plan a group meetup and pick which taqueria you're going to first. Also, be sure to rate and review the show wherever you're listening and subscribe to CityCast Houston if you haven't yet. Do you love CityCast Houston? Well, how about you take it to the next level and become a CityCast Houston neighbor for just $10 a month. You'll get ad-free listening, plus first look at all events across the city in Hey Houston, which is our daily newsletter that's 100% worth subscribing to if you haven't yet. Check it out at houston.citycast.fm. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and always put a little bit of habanero salsa on your taco. Wow. All right. Let's go to number 4. Hold on. Can you hear me? I think my internet just kind of went in and out. You can hear me still?